Hi! Welcome back to this February TBR where we're going to pick out what I'm reading this month, but I would also like to say a huge thank you to Babbel for sponsoring today's video. I worked with them last year and I'm so excited to be working with them again. I think it's pretty clear on this channel that I love languages and words no matter what language they're in. I do speak English, but I also speak French. I can understand and speak a lot of Italian, and I have a lot of languages that I want to learn, but my two most that I think I've been saying for years, probably like 2 years since this channel has been going, is Korean and German. German because Rilke. I've used Babbel before and I really like the way that it works. Not only because it teaches you real world, like practical language to use, not some weird silly sentence that makes absolutely no sense, but real things that you would actually want to say in a conversation with someone so they don't think you're a robot. Their lessons are very short, very easy to get through. Most of them are only 10 minutes long, so they're perfect if you have a New Year's resolution that you want to get to and you just want to dedicate a small amount of time every day to learning that language.
Guten Tag. Wie geht es Ihnen? Freut mich. Mir geht es gut. Danke. Okay, formal versus informal. Ich bin Freddy. Or mein Name ist Freddy.
Along with their short 10-minute interactive lessons, they also offer other things that really help you learn, and in my experience have helped as well, such as podcasts, games, videos. I think those things are so important and they really give you a sense of what the language sounds like as well. I'm someone who learns a lot by imitating the sounds that I hear, so that's been really helpful. And if you do decide to get Babbel, there is a 20-day money-back guarantee. So if you guys want to tackle a new language, maybe it's one of your goals for this year, I will leave the link in the description if you want to go to it, click on it. You can get 65% off your subscription to Babbel. So thank you guys so much for sponsoring, and let's pick some books. All right, so month 2 of 2022 reading is upon us. What do I want to do this month? I want to take it easy. I want to take it so easy. I want a lot of audiobooks this month. What am I doing? I've just been feeling not the best recently, and audiobooks have been really nice, and they're really good distraction, especially when you're not feeling well. So yeah, I have my reading journal, and let's see. I always love the quote for the month. What is this month's quote? To live, to love, knowing that it might all vanish tomorrow. It makes everything that much more precious. Here we go. Oh, I actually have to buy some books with you guys today. Oh. I put myself on a bit of a book buying ban, book collection ban, but I do need to actually make a few purchases today for book club, so that is an excuse, I guess. But let's start with school, because school's been going okay. I'm kind of scared it's going to end up kicking my butt, so let me check the syllabi. February, it looks like for Renaissance, it is the month of absolutely so much poetry. We have Robert Herrick, Sir T. Brown, Richard Lovelace, Catherine Phillips, Andrew Marvell, Richard Crashaw, and Henry Vaughan. That's so many people. Okay, February looks like the month of poetry. Also because it's February, I want a month of love. Should we make this a month of romance? Okay, so Renaissance class, not too bad, lots of poetry. Okay, I am seeing My Last Duchess by Robert Browning, Yeats, T.S. Eliot, Auden, Beckett, Endgame. That's like a big work, so I'll grab that. So Beckett is the biggest work, but thankfully I've read that before. And just also a bunch of poetry. Okay, school might actually take it easy on me in February, but I just saw March's readings and it looks like it's not, so. So we have Endgame by Samuel Beckett. Like I said, I've read this before. This is a very short play. It's about 4 people stuck inside a house together, and very bizarre things are happening. It's about suffering. It's about potentially the end of the world. It's pretty bleak. Lots of people are going through a lot of different stuff, but it's also about the repetitiveness of life, which is something I'm really struggling with right now. This play is really hard to read for a number of reasons, but it is very short too. So this is the first book on our February TBR. So next up we will still be continuing our Dickens versus Tolstoy for February. February we'll be reading Charles Dickens, but the first thing I want to mention is the Calendar of Wisdom, which we will still be reading. This is just a month by month thing. It is 365 days kind of like quotes, inspiration, mostly spiritual stuff that Tolstoy has compiled for you to read each and every single day. I'm a little bit, but actually I'm not that far behind right now, I'm fine. Yeah, I haven't been loving this, but maybe February will be full of stuff I can actually relate to or find some value in. So yeah, this will still be reading every single day in February and throughout the rest of the year, but our Dickens book for February is going to be for February and March because the first Dickens book of the year is very long and I have to buy it, so let's go buy it right now. It is Dombey and Son. 15 Smeckles. Do I want the Penguin Black Spine? I guess. I really like reading the Oxford World Classics, but they do not have that one in stock, so I'm gonna check chapters 2. It's actually rarely ever cheaper than Amazon, unfortunately. The shipping firm of Mr. Dombey and his delicate son, Paul, and his devoted daughter, Florence, who is unloved and neglected. Oh, I think it's actually about Florence a lot. Okay, that's cool. So do I want to order it from chapters, but it might not get here very soon because the Oxford World Classics edition is actually cheaper. Yeah, so that is what I'm gonna do, and then maybe I'll order something to get free shipping. Okay, so I also just put in the Dark Academics book club pick as well. I added that to my cart, and then to get free shipping I added a little candle because all their winter candles are on sale. I cannot wait to show you. I got mulled wine and clove because this sounded really yummy. I don't like buying candles without smelling them, but what can you do? So and our Dark Academics pick for February and March is Lucy's pick from Crescent Pages, and she chose Sleepwalking by Meg Wolitzer. I'm really excited to be reading kind of a more dark academic or dark academia book pick because this is about I think, is it 3 or 4 girls who all go to the same school. They're all obsessed with 4 different female poets who had very tragic ends. I think we have Sylvia Plath, among others, and it's about them and their obsession with these poets. I hope it's a good one, but that is the Dark Academics book pick as well as the Dickens versus Tolstoy. So how many books is that now? I think that's 3 we have to read. So also this month I have decided to tackle a couple picks that I've been waiting to read for so long, and the first one is The Posthumous Memoirs of Bras Cubas by Machado. So I'm finally starting this. I just got through the introduction in January. I'm gonna be doing a whole vlog on this book, like a reading vlog and stuff. I'm already loving it. Like there's gonna be so much to, oh my gosh, talk about with this book. So I'm only on page 1 of the actual novel, but this is something that is definitely number 1 priority for like myself this month, is just to read this book because I've been waiting so long to get to the posthumous memoirs. So here we go. As well, my roommate and I decided to buddy read a book together, which we've never done, and that's really exciting, and I got to pick the book, which is so fun. So I decided we were going to read Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. This is great because, first of all, I've had this on my radar for years. I've heard so much about it. And as well, it's going to be for my Around the World challenge. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick this one. This is from Nigeria. Chinua Achebe is a Nigerian author. This came out in the 1950s, I believe. And yeah. All I know is that we are set far back from the 1950s, and we are following Okonkwo, who is supposed to be the greatest warrior, but then things start to fall apart in his clan. We have people showing up like missionaries and colonial governors, and they've arrived in his village, and things are going very astray. I've already read the introduction as well, so I'm on page 1, ready to start in February 2, and so is my roomie, so we'll definitely let you know what we've been thinking of this. I've heard really great things, and it smells amazing, so that is Things Fall Apart. Also, because February is the month of love, I feel really bad. I did not complete any Kindle reads in January. I DNF'd all of the ones that I had started on here that were in my January TBR video. I just completely put them all down, including Master of Salt and Bones. as well as Den of Vipers. I DNF'd all of them, so I'll tell you what I have in my library right now because I would love to read a Kindle book that I actually like and find one that I like. So I have Guild In by Raven Kennedy, which everyone has been talking about, but I actually had started that one previously on Kindle and then DNF'd it. I did not get very far though, so I'm thinking of giving it another chance because that one is a retelling of King Midas, and we follow Arin, who is like completely made of gold. But as well, there are Emma Ham books on here that I think I'd like to read, so we'll see if those happen. Actually, guys, if you have read them, should I read Gilded Rose or Tempting Hades? Because I have both. Anyway, I think Emma Ham might be on the agenda because her books are just sweet and very nice. And I really love the one I read, so I think that is what I'll put on my Kindle. I'll read either one or the other Emma Ham books. So that is romance for February. And then I do have a bunch of romances here. Oh, actually, I'll show you. So in January, I bought all of the Fortuna Sworn books and I read the first one in January, and so I'm definitely 100% gonna read Restless Lumber in February. I can't believe I almost forgot this. This is perfect. It's fantasy romance, and I'm just so excited to reread this and then eventually get to the last one. So yeah, this is the second book in the Fortuna Sworn series by KJ Sutton. I wouldn't recommend this to everyone, but I just really like it. It works for me. They're so addictive. Like, it's the most addictive book series I've ever read. And we follow Fortuna, who is a nightmare, which means that if she touches you, she can know your worst fears and make you see them, suffer them, and even potentially die from them. So yeah, but so much happens in this world, and I'm just trying to reread through the series myself because I've only listened to them on audiobook. So Restless Lumber is the second one. This one for me was the hardest one to read in terms of content because there's a lot of dark, scary things going on in this book. I really don't remember too much of what happened in this one, whereas the first book is pretty cemented in my mind, and I got through it so fast. Like, these are also such quick reads and they're so addictive and like just binge worthy. So yeah, this one 100% is also a romance I will be reading in February, although it's not like that sweet sugary romance I feel like I associate with February and Valentine's Day. This one is dark. Maybe we should just try to find something sweet or just bake a lot of cookies while I'm reading this. So yeah, that sounds really good. Maybe I'll even bake cookies today. Speaking of that, let's have a tea break. I've really been in the mood lately for not necessarily fantasy, but more whimsical, kind of magical, like fairy, fantasy garden, just really magical, like whimsical Studio Ghibli vibe books, because that's where I find the most like happiness and comfort, but also myself a little bit. And this month as well, the last week of January, I started a new journal that is specifically, it's for personal thoughts, but I've also been transferring any book quotes or just quotes from anywhere, honestly, that I feel help me or relate to me, or things that I just want to like have with me through my day, things that I want to memorize and take with me. And it's been really helpful to like store them all in one place in a journal that is also combined with, like, you know, just growing as a person. And yeah, I'm just like hunting down things that could possibly maybe fit in there. So I think we're gonna go through the audiobook situation now, because I've really been loving audiobooks as a companion again. They are so valuable. So let's do it. Okay, so I have my Libby pulled up and I currently have 4 books in my audiobook library. I've only started one, well, technically 2, but not really. So the first one I have in, I think I mentioned this last month, is Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. This is a very loose retelling of Rumpelstiltskin. I'm about an hour and a half through the audiobook. It's pretty lengthy. And I went on Goodreads and the reviews are either like 1 star or 5 star. So yeah, I had previously DNF'd, I think, Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I think it might be a little bit due to the audiobook narrator's voice. Oh my gosh, that's yummy. But this one does sound promising because it does have those reminiscent winter vibes for me. We do follow this daughter. I completely do not know her name, but she's the daughter of a moneylender, and her father is not a successful moneylender. He's really crap at his job, and so she takes it upon herself to take over as, you know, the family moneylender of the town and neighboring villages. And I think word starts to spread about her that she can turn gold in some Rumpelstiltskin thing. But then we also follow this other young girl named Wanda who starts to work for this moneylender. So like I said, it's really slow. The writing is great, but it's also so bleak and sad, and I've just been feeling really just low every time I get into it because you're following these people who are really suffering. I know there is some like ice magic system or something like that in there, so I'm kind of holding up to see if that piques my interest, and then I might keep going. But let me know your thoughts because it seems very like topsy-turvy. I also have in The Big Four by Agatha Christie. Gonna put this one down. This one's pretty short. This is, I think, the 5th book or something in the Poirot series. I could be completely wrong, 5th or 6th or something like that, but this is, spoiler alert, the one I'm gonna be doing my next video on with Agatha Christie in the Agatha versus Emma universe. So really excited for that. I have some new ideas to put into that video. And then the 2 others I have in are Aurora Burning by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the 2nd book in the Aurora cycle series, I think it's called. I didn't really love the first one. I read it last year, but it was still entertaining. It's young adult sci-fi, and it's just like this mad race across the galaxy doing different things, saving people. It's about the friends we make along the way, really. So I might potentially pick that up. I won't be too mad if I have to give it back. And then I do have a nonfiction in, the last one, called The Things You Can Only See When You Slow Down by, who is this actually by? It doesn't even say. By Heyman Sunim. So yeah, that's another one I have in to try out, which I think is just about mindfulness and stuff. So I might listen to that like when I'm meditating or something. Those are all hesitant picks except for The Big Four, which is just such a fun name to me. So definitely gonna read that one. Okay, let's see in my holds if I have any. Oh, if this gets in, I'm gonna read it. Let me grab it because this looks perfect for Valentine's Day. I put a hold on The Heart Principle by Helen Huang, the audiobook, but I do have the physical copy as well. I had previously tried to read The Kiss Quotient, but I DNF'd it, but I've heard this one is a bit better and people seem to like it more, so hopefully. This one we're following, I think, a violinist who goes viral on YouTube. There's a motorcycle man. That's all I know. So this one might come in, and then this is also a potential probably. What else do we have? This one looks kind of perfect. I have on hold Vanessa Yu's Magical Paris Tea Shop by Roselle Lim. I think this one has a bit of fantasy in the everyday life, and I've heard it's a lot about food and baking, which sounds so yummy. And Vanessa can read people's fortunes in tea leaves. She says, "Bonjour to Paris," and she learns more about herself and the root of her gifts. Okay. Really have never heard anyone even mention that. I only heard about that one because it was on Libby. Here is my stack of physical books. We have Endgame, Calendar of Wisdom, Posthumous Memoirs, Things Fall Apart, Restless Slumber, and then also on the way are Dombey and Son and Sleepwalking, but those are gonna take 2 months to read. So yeah, along with that, I'd love to get to one of those Kindle Emma handbooks, and then the picks that I just pulled off the shelves are probably where I'm thinking of going with the next Reading Around the World's book picks as well. So pretty excited about that. I had a really good reading month in January. I managed to get a lot done. Oh, as well as school stuff, right? School stuff is on here too, but that's a lot of poetry, so it shouldn't hopefully be too bad. Let me know what your TBR is for this month as usual. And oh, there's been totally lipstick on my chin this whole clip, hasn't there? If you guys want to check out Babbel, once again, the link is in the description box. Feel free to go check it out, start speaking another language. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this video and supporting my channel, and I will see you very soon with a new video. So, ciao.